Hi, I'm Stefano from the Burnett Elementary Stream Magnet Media Team. Good morning, Ball High.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And now for the Texas Pledge. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to the Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Please remain standing for a moment of silence.
From the Studio of Dreams at Tour Nation Productions, Mia Cardenas.
Reporting from the Studio of Dreams located at Ball High School in Galveston, Texas. Welcome to the award-winning Good Morning Ball High. I'm Logan Martis, filling in for Mia Cardenas. Now, stay tuned for today's Time Rewind, courtesy of our good friend, David Mendel.
It's Time Rewind for April 14th. Actor and Confederate sympathizer John Wilkes Booth shoots President Abraham Lincoln in 1865 during a performance at Ford's Theater in Washington. The president dies the next day. This is the terrible night in 1912 the Titanic strikes an iceberg on its maiden voyage from England to New York. The ocean liner sinks early the next morning. More than 1,500 lives are lost. It isn't all gloom and doom on this day. In 1828, Noah Webster publishes the first edition of his American Dictionary of the English Language. Fast forward to 1979 when the Doobie Brothers have the #1 single. For that composition, the Doobies win Song of the Year and Record of the Year Grammys. That's Time Rewind. I'm David Mendel.
Attention all juniors. BEST applications are due this week. BEST is looking for student leaders who enjoy working with children, are considering a career in education, and who want to make a difference in the lives of others. Pick up a paper application from your counselor or from Mrs. Polzine in room 1085, or complete an online application. Just check your Ball High Remind for the link or use the QR code on the screen to access the Google form. Applications are due on Thursday, April 15th. Tickets for the Senior Formal Masquerade Ball are now on sale for $35 each or $50 per couple during all lunches. A formal dinner will be served. Seating is 10 people per table, along with entertainment from a stand-up comedian, a magic show, a DJ, and a photo booth. Forms will be handed out for escorts that are not in our district. They must be turned in before Senior Formal Night to Miss Vicky at the auditorium entrance or scanned to Eva Purcell at gisd.org. The Senior Formal Masquerade Ball will be held at Moody Gardens, Expo B, on May 1st from 8 p.m. to midnight. Attention seniors. Cap gown delivery will take place on Wednesday, May 19th and Thursday, May 20th during all lunches. For further information, see Ms. Schumann. The library is open and here to serve you. Of course, there are currently some restrictions. The library staff is here to help. And you can even order books from home. For further information, go to the link below. Announcing the return of the official tour discount card with savings at numerous popular spots around the island. The discounts expire on February 28th of next year. Cost is $15 per card. See any Stuco member or Ms. Schumann for additional details. Attention seniors. Senior quotes will be added to the yearbook this year. If you would like to participate, please check in with the Senior Remind for the link. If you do not have the Senior Remind, please sign up at the code announced later in this program. You may also email Mr. Temple or Ms. Simmons for the link. If you would like your club, sports, or other activities, news, and announcements featured on Good Morning Ball High, email your request to Mr. Dudis. The Ball High School ROTC will be sponsoring a blood drive with the MD Anderson Cancer Center here this Friday, April 16th from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. To schedule an appointment, go to the link below. For questions, please contact Major Knight at the email address below. Any students that are interested in being a manager or working on the film crew for the boys basketball team, please contact Coach Dagon in room 1091 or speak with Coach Temple about joining the basketball class next year. Student parking is free this year. There are no reserved spots. Remember, the student parking lot is a lot across from the auditorium between Ball and the Scott Building. Attention all seniors. Stay up to date on all important information and news by texting at BH2020grad to 81010. Sign up via the Remind app today. Now let's check in with the media team from the Burnett Stream Elementary program for the quote of the day.
Impossible is just an opinion. Think about it. Back to you.
At the conclusion of today's show, stay tuned for a short feature of something interesting produced by the folks at CNN 10. As always, stay safe and don't forget to practice proper social distancing. I'm Logan, wishing you a terrific day.
Morning Ball High is produced by the students in the Media Arts Small Learning Community at Ball High School in Galveston, Texas.
A year ago, the pandemic cost Carlos Marcial his job as a graphic designer in Mexico City. With 3 kids, Marcial needed to find a way to support his family.
Highest amount I would get for a one-of-one, it was around like $250. That was the most. But the pandemic hit, and I didn't have any other options.
Growing up the son of a struggling artist, he knew firsthand how difficult the life of an artist could be.
So you weren't a full-time artist before?
No, I wasn't. I was just like your normal, 9 to 5 3D designer. And I had the dream, but it was something that I thought it was never gonna be possible or plausible, never, until crypto art and NFTs appeared.
Marcial is now one of the many digital artists around the world who have seen their lives turned upside down with the booming market for NFTs, the digital tokens that have fueled the rise of an unprecedented market for digital art.
The NFT situation has just kind of exploded onto the scene.
Christie's set to become the first major auction house to sell a purely digital artwork known as an NFT.
NFTs are unique digital tokens that can be traded on the blockchain. By associating infinitely copyable digital files with finite digital tokens, NFTs create scarcity. And scarcity leads to value.
It's like an unfathomable number, to be quite honest. It's just crazy.
Beeple's historic $69 million auction has shaken the art world and led to an explosion of interest and dollars into the booming world of digital art.
The historic sale by Beeple is actually going to open the eyes of the art world as we know it. And digital art is going to be prized as much as traditional art. And as a digital artist, I would say that I deserve it. My work deserves to be on the same shelf as traditional art and not just below it.
Osinachi's art might look like it could be hanging in an established gallery. But for a Nigerian living thousands of miles away from the rarefied galleries of New York City or London, that was an impossible dream.
When you started making art, did you know any professional artists?
No, I wouldn't say I knew any professional artists.
Since 2007, Osinachi has made his art on his computer. Starting out, he didn't know about Photoshop, and he learned how to paint digitally on a different piece of software he had access to, Microsoft Word.
The use of Microsoft Word just came naturally to me. It was something I discovered and decided to explore further.
Now digital artists like Osinachi and Marcial are seeing their work valued like never before.
A year ago, you couldn't sell your work for more than $250. What did your last piece go for?
Ethereum's current price, it sold for 12 ETH, which is around $20,000.
For one piece?
For one piece.
It's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money. And in 1 year to have seen how much my work has appreciated, it's been mind blowing.
Tell me about how exciting a moment this is for you, someone who is not in New York, is not in London, is not in Miami, many of the traditional hubs of art. What does this mean for you?
It means everything, John. It literally means everything. It means that an unknown digital artist from the third world like myself can dream big of becoming big in the art world.
NFTs have also allowed for something artists have been dreaming of for as long as art has existed: royalties. On many NFT sales, there are royalties paid out to artists on secondary sales. For artists, that's a sea change.
I spent half my life in art school, basically, and all my time around artists, and yet I had not run into a single artist out of the thousands that I've interacted with that could make a living off of just making art full-time in the first 42 years of my life. I've now got, dozens and dozens of friends who can live off of full-time, off of making artwork, in part because they get to participate in the rewards of their work as it goes up in value.
But NFTs are not without controversy. The enormous carbon footprint that cryptocurrencies have is growing. By one estimate, Ethereum alone now consumes as much electricity as all of Ireland. And the carbon cost of crypto has created a fierce debate amongst artists about the ethics of participating in the NFT space. Defenders of NFTs say that the massive electricity used to power the NFT market is temporary and only a growing pain for a new technology.
A lot of this stuff, it's early tech, and it's like, I'll be the first to say it, it's not ready yet. It doesn't all work right. You know, we're early stage, screechy modem days or whatever.
For now, a select few of the top digital artists around the world, like Martial and Osinachi, are seeing their lives transformed.